Hello, everyone, and welcome to Love and Improv. I am one of your hosts, Nelson Velasquez, and I've
And
got
I'm
Mr.
Dr. Francis
We
Veltri.
totally messed that up. Well,
Yeah. Can
that's
we do a
Dr. Frank.
retake?
Let's try it again. Hi, I'm one of your hosts, Nelson Velasquez, and
I am Dr. Francis Veltri.
excellent. Welcome to our show. This is our third episode of Love and Improv, where we take your relationship questions and then we go ahead and answer those questions to the best of our ability using our over 40 years of marital bliss experience. Yes, Jills. And as well as our combined, I don't know what you say, was a comparable, maybe 35 years of combined experience in comedy and in improvisation.
Well, is the COVID year count as 5 years?
It counts at least 20.
Okay, so then I think we're almost at 100.
Okay, good. So between the two of us, we've got a lot of experience, and we take your questions, and we're going to answer them to the best of our ability.
Right.
It's been a couple of weeks since I've gotten on the screen with you, Francis.
Right.
I know that you're having a hard week. You had a hard week, but are you going to have a hard weekend?
I plan to party hard. Absolutely. That's what you can see I'm a partier.
What does that involve?
Usually a lot of napping and then resting up from those naps and then preparing for the next nap. So it's a very aggressive napcation.
A napcation.
Yes.
Okay, and do you do it just around the house, or do you go around different places? And
Well,
nap in different
usually
areas?
my naps they can happen anywhere. I'll be honest with you. Sometimes I nap mostly in the home, but I like to consider myself a free range napper.
Free range. So no PETA violations where you go.
No.
You're free range.
Free range. I feel like I can nap anywhere. I may nap in my car. I may nap at a library. I may even nap at a convenience store.
If you had a nap at any convenience store, which one would it be and why?
That's a very, very good question. My most favorite place to nap would be a Speedway, because people lying on the floor is very common at the Speedway. They don't bother you for a good 30 minutes. You can get a good REM sleep. I can get into my REM sleep on the floor of a Speedway.
Hey, I need you to move your face, please, sir. We're mopping.
For the first time this week.
Hey, this is the only time we're going to get it clean. You need to move your face, man. We got a whole room in the backyard for you to do that, all right?
I'm sorry, sir. Can you move your face over there a little bit? So yeah, that's pretty much what I do at the Speedway. I usually try to get my naps in between either 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. right during the rush hour of the convenience store business.
That's when you get the most likelihood someone will drop a $20 bill.
Yes.
That area, because everyone's trying to get into the Speedway and they're trying to buy their gas and their groceries before they got to go home and deal with their children and their spouses and their loved ones, and they're just shoving stuff into their pockets, and they're most likely going to drop something. So if I ever become a beggar, which might be 2021 at this point,
or sooner for me,
or sooner for you, we'll talk about that. I figure that's going to be the place I beg, is just under the counter and just wait for crumbs of money to fall on the floor.
Or pizza.
And I'll just snatch it. Yeah, Speedway. I used to diss gas station food. I used to diss the hell out of it when I was younger, 5 years ago. I used to diss it, dude. Now I love gas station pizza. I love it. Because it's when they talk about it being a convenience store, it really is that convenient when you walk in. Where else can you get yourself high caloric soda, super salty snacks, beef jerky,
Slim
all kinds of
Jims.
beef jerky.
Yeah, I didn't even know there were so many choices. It's an aisle of beef jerky items.
Yeah, and so it could be I'm not much of a QAnon kind of person. I don't believe in conspiracy theories too much, but I do follow them, and I have this conspiracy theory that they're trying to reduce the population by just feeding us crap at gas stations, because it is so good. flavor wise, but it's not good for you health wise.
Yeah, did you ever, if you eat too much of that, and by too much I mean like 2 sticks of beef jerky and a bag of Doritos in a meal, but you do get a little sick. Yeah. You know, you do get, like, I would say the closest symptomology to that would be the COVID checklist that you get anytime you walk into your any place and they ask you if you've had headaches. Or...
so, sir, let me see. Have you had any convenience store food this afternoon?
Well, I did have 2 Slim Jims, and I had a bag of Doritos and a donut.
What kind of donut?
It was a Krispy Kreme that had been left there. It was the half off.
Oh, half off Krispy Kreme.
So it was from yesterday.
Well, sir, I'm sorry to tell you this. We ran the test and we ran the entire battery of all our knowledge against what your condition is. And I'm afraid you have all the comorbidities for COVID-19 just in that last trip.
I've been diagnosed just by association.
So, so I'm glad that you're going to be back in health this weekend. You're going to recharge and attack the rest of this year. Now, you've put an interesting proposition on the ballot in Indiana, which was to end 2020 early.
I did. I was hoping to get that on. Unfortunately, won't get on until 2021 the next time. But it was. I tried. I had a petition. I tried to get this on, but it wasn't timely. My idea was, I think we've had enough of 2020, and I think we need to end it early. So what we need to do is basically call Christmas Day December 5th. 7 days later, which is 7 days from Christmas, is New Year's Day. We need to make that December 12th. And then from there, everything is January minus 19, minus 18. We count backwards all the way down to January 1st. Okay. So we technically start the new year December 13th, which is now your new January minus 19.
I like this logic because you take it from a negative place to a positive place.
Right. We're not changing numbers.
Right. So
we're not changing.
I do worry that China or some other country that celebrates their New Year early might be thinking that we're ripping them off. Have you given any thought on that?
I think that's why we voted for Joe Biden. He's good friends with the Chinese.
Okay.
I think we're all good there. I think he can definitely smooth this over. I don't think I'm worried. And if maybe I'm wrong and I don't understand the relationship between Joe and whoever, Ho Chi Minh,
wow, that's like a wrong decade, wrong country.
Yeah, but he was the president of Vietnam.
Of someplace.
But I think that maybe Donald Trump can deal with before he leaves. I mean, because he might not leave. Maybe he won't leave.
Yeah, maybe not.
He might not leave. And he can take care of it.
But if that's the case, if it turns out he's not leaving, or he is leaving, I kind of like your idea better because then that means he'd leave sooner, right?
We still get the same days. I don't want to short anybody days. We're just calling the year a little early.
How does that affect paychecks?
You still get paid the same. You just
still get paid the same. Okay.
Still get paid the same, absolutely. Good, but a very good question. Instead of getting paid December 28th, you'd get paid, now you're going to make me do math, January minus 3.
Okay, excellent. Well, I'm glad. I like this plan. Let's put it to the people who are watching right now, those of you who are in Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. We do have a live stream that doesn't seem to be picking up any of our live stream conversations. There are people in the chat right now, and it's not picking them up, so I'm going to restart it. But if you have any relationship advice that you would like us to tackle, feel free to put that into the chat, and we will use that as fodder for the rest of tonight's show. We do have some already pre-written ones that we've looked at and perused.
They were written by other people.
Not by us. But
they weren't pre-written. They were pre-received.
They were pre-received. There we go. They were mailed in early. We go.
Yes, they were mailed in before the election.
They're postmarked before the show.
Time.
And we received it, and unfortunately, like the rest of our country, we can only count them today. That's the only time.
Wait, this one was postmarked late. Forget it. Can't use it.
So,
Just can't. It's not legal.
So if you are in the chat and you have some relationship questions, feel free to put those up. I'm gonna go ahead and pull one of these up right now.
Oh, sure, please. I'm very excited because you know what? Since we started the show, people have come up to me on the street and said, "Hey, Dr. Francis, thank you so much. What you're doing means a lot to me." And I just want to say that I really appreciate that. And when I say I appreciate that, I mean that I appreciate that. So, for all this, and this happens a lot, right? Since we started the show, a lot of people coming up to me. Feel free to come up to me. If I'm out at dinner, let me finish my meal. But that's fine. We can do a photo. You know what? Maybe next time we'll have people send in their photos with me. That I meet in public.
Well, and you're going to be on the floor of a speedway this weekend. I'm sure more people are going to accost you.
Oh, yes.
So
yes,
respect
absolutely.
the privacy of the speedway floor when you
Exactly.
see Francis there. Dr. Francis, that is.
Just remember, I'm the person that on the chart I'm about maybe 3 feet high because I'm on the ground.
All right. Well, I'm gonna get to our first question.
I don't know.
I'm gonna get to our first question.
Sure.
And I'm debating whether or not I take one from the chat or if I take one from the pre-writtens or the pre-received. What do you have a preference?
Oh, you know what? I do not have a preference. But you know what? Is there something in our chat there? I mean,
There is.
What the heck?
So
They paid their money. They paid their money. Let them get a show.
Okay, well, let's see. What do you do if you don't like your friend's significant other? What do you do if you don't like your friend's significant other?
So you mean as the friend or as the person dating the significant other? Who? What perspective?
I'm gonna guess that this is the friend of the person dating the significant other.
Because I know it from the other. People are always complaining about people I bring with me, but that's all right.
That's what you get when you visit Speedway, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna hammer all the Speedway jokes tonight.
Sure, absolutely. And you know what? If you do 2 of those jokes, you get the third one.
Yeah,
half off.
Half off.
And use your Speedway points. Remember, use your Speedway points.
So this is coming straight as the friend, friend
I get
of
you. Sorry,
the person.
I had a chest cold congestion. Didn't really understand.
So that's a tough spot because when you're talking to when you're the friend and your friend is dating someone who's no good for them or isn't on their same level, you turn into an asshole automatically. At least I do, and that happens a lot. So you can't you can't be real with them. You have to kind of drop hints and hope that they pick up the fact that that other person's no good for them and you don't like them. And the only time you can be honest with them is when they ask you. That's my feeling on that.
What I think, I'm sorry, were you done?
I'm good so far. I have more to add.
Okay. Well, what I'm thinking in my personal experience, again, this is not the improv perspective. This is the Dr. Francis perspective. Usually what I do is I sleep with the significant other. And that way, either my friend, breaks up with him or her, or they get rid of me. In which case, either way, the problem's done.
The problem's done. So you just you kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Nuclear option.
Okay, so let's reenact that idea. I want to see if this works. So we're gonna reenact.
So this is the day after.
Yeah, this is the day after. So you're the friend. I'm the one dating the person that you don't like, and we're gonna finally have this conversation. Let's say that we're in let's say we're at a Starbucks. Okay, we're at a Starbucks.
Sure.
There we go. Okay, lights up.
They won't. Hey. Ooh. Hey.
Long night.
What's that?
Long night.
Oh yeah. Thank goodness Starbucks. They let me sack out here for about a good 10 minutes before they make me move.
You should try the Speedway. You should try the Speedway. Really good. They let you snack out all night, 24/7. They're fantastic.
That is a great idea. That is a great idea. Hey, I'm gonna eat this little thing on a stick here. This little bread pop.
What? You're on a diet now?
Oh no, I just found it on the floor. It's free.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, yeah. I just thought maybe you're watching your figure. Maybe you're trying to impress someone.
No. But I'm glad you kind of brought that up because, I told you I don't like Rosa. I told you.
Yeah, I know. But we're about to get married. We got 3 weeks. We're hitching up.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's only fair that I told you because we're good friends. We've been friends a long time. This is the third time I'm going to be the best man at your wedding. Mm-hmm. And I did it again. I didn't like her, and I slept with her. Yeah, I slept with her. Sure.
Why?
Because I didn't like her. She's bad for you. She's a jerk.
But she's the love of my life.
Yeah, I know. How else am I going to break you two up?
This is why I'm getting married for the third time. You keep sleeping with my significant others.
Because they weren't good enough for you.
You know what? You're not good enough for me.
What do you mean?
Because you could have just asked me and told me. You shouldn't have just betrayed my trust like that.
I tried. Didn't you see all those texts I sent you last night?
You up? You up? You up? Yeah, I got them all up. I got to work in the morning. Look, man. You're not welcome around here anymore. I need you to leave before I do something really stupid, all right?
Okay, you know what? I did this for you. I did this for you. And now you treat me like shit. You know what? I'm sorry that I even tried to help you by sleeping with your fiancée. I'm sorry that I slept with her. I mean, I'm not sorry I slept with her. I'm sorry you don't appreciate that I slept with her.
You better run. And scene. There we go. All right. So as we saw in that scene, right? What was like the biggest improvisational tool that we used on this thing? Like, what would you say is like the crux of our scene here?
I think we were trying to build our relationship between us.
Yeah, and ultimately we were trying to get to that final truth, right? Of like, right. The truth will not set you free in this case. Again, my character did not solicit your character for any kind of gratification of my spouse. And didn't take it well. And I think that's what really sucks about the situation. And when you don't like somebody, I think you can't bring the truth. You can't bring the hammer of truth, like something as big as I've slept with your fiance. You can't bring that unless it was solicited. And if you solicit that, then you can bring the truth to it. But I think at the same time, you made no bones about it. Like, as far as like in the scene, your character made no bones, was very factual, was very hardcore about, no pun intended, about the situation. And that is something that I appreciate from the perspective of like the intention was good. It was just it's always the way it was received. And like 9 times out of 10, people don't receive that kind of honesty very well unless they're open to it. And I think that's something you have to be sensitive towards, especially if you ruin someone's marriage 3 times in a row by doing it the same way.
Right. And that's why I had a little backstory with that as well.
Yeah.
That's why you picked up on that. The other thing is, like you said, there are 2 ways the scene could have gone. It's just me kind of dragging out the idea, but that's really why we were there. And I think then it was to explore why that happened, which is why did I sleep? I mean, like, why, we want to explore the why did I sleep with Rosa, as opposed to having a scene that really is waiting for that for that information so it can move on.
Right. And so I think for our chat room question person, I don't know what to call them, our fan, I think what we need to do is what you need to do is, like, you need to keep your tongue tied until you get asked as to why you don't like them, or they're picking up on the vibe that you don't like them. If just to be honest, and if they do
What are
ask
some
you,
good ways to drop a hint that you don't like your spouse's significant other?
uh,
Oh, that's really weird. That's a whole other.
is it Freudian right
That's
there?
another. That's another show.
Okay.
How do you drop that hint to your friend you don't like his or her significant other?
Well, a lot of people just avoid the other significant other. I think that's one of the biggest ones. I've picked up on, if you're in the South, you say "bless her heart,"
Oh,
right?
okay.
So it'll be like, "Oh, she's such a devil, bless her heart." And I'm like, "Okay, that's really what you meant, bless her heart." Okay, everything before "bless her heart," that's what you meant at that point. So
Okay.
like, you could use that as a technique if you want.
Okay. Of course, if I, not being from the South, would have no idea that that's what it meant, and I would still end up married to the wrong person.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So
Bless your
I get
heart.
that. Bless her heart. Bless her heart. So, all right. I hope that we gave some good advice.
I hope
Here.
that person says that helps the problem.
I hope they say so as well. We get paid by only successful resolutions to their issues. So, I've got
Do
another
you want me to
one.
read one of my?
Yeah, let's read yours. Let's read yours.
Okay,
Yeah.
so this came in a couple days ago. So so hopefully it's still So it says, "Dear love guys," that's us again. It's us, the love guys. She goes, I think it's a woman because I read it already, but I am really mad at my boyfriend. He says that he will do anything for me, but there is still one thing he refuses to do. And then she wrote, "I don't get it." Okay. She goes, "All the other girls have boyfriends that will do it. Why shouldn't Teddy?" Paren, that is his real name. Paren.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, and then she gets to what it is. I mean, I'm thinking, a little.
Yeah.
Thinking, yeah,
Yeah. We're both thinking the same thing.
we're thinking the same, but that's not what's going on here.
Okay.
She says I'm sorry, I'm kind of messed it up because I took it out of context, but it's basically saying that she is matched. She wants, or he this is what it is. He refuses to wear matching Christmas pajamas. I think it's cute, and we make an adorable couple. He says it makes him look stupid. What is wrong with him? Signed, Forever Plaid.
Forever Plaid. Okay, Forever Plaid. Wow, that's a lot to take in. You know, I liked that sign off. What is wrong with him? Like that
Yes.
that judgment call. That was very, very strong at the end of it. And like definitely a really strong opinion. As you know, I'm a big fan of strong opinions in improv. So apparently like there isn't they're not playing the same game of cute. Like what looks cute to one isn't necessarily cute to another, so they're not on the same page when it comes to that. And instead of bringing her brick and finding what his brick is and building that together to build something together, like she's just like, your brick sucks and I don't want to play with it.
It's like she's not willing to compromise.
Yeah.
But why should she?
Yeah, because as we both know, when you don't compromise, it's hard to tell a story. It's hard to go somewhere, right? When you don't compromise on a story like that. So like, so let's do an example here of like how this doesn't work. You are do you have a premise? Because I've got one.
No, I don't have a premise.
Okay, so the premise is that you and I are about to go to a friend's house for his bachelor party. Like we're not. It's not our bachelor party. It's his bachelor party.
Okay.
And we're bringing gifts.
Okay.
We're bringing gifts. All right. All right. Here we go. Right, and lights up.
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, Johnny.
Hey, I'm just happy. You could meet me before he walked in because I'm kind of like I don't know if I'm gonna fit in. I mean,
You'll fit in. You'll be
I
great.
had that thing, but
You'll be great. You'll be
okay,
great.
cool.
All right.
Yeah.
What's in the box?
Well, okay. You know how we had that thing because he says I stole his calculator in calc.
Yeah, TI-82.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I went out and got a calculator for him.
You got him a TI-91.
Yeah, they're $400.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I got him a slide rule.
Wow.
So, I mean,
What?
you can calculate on both of these things.
Dude. You don't need to feel bad, man. I mean, I got it on a good price. Okay. I mean, they're $400 retail. I got it at a good price. Okay. Don't worry.
Okay.
About it.
Well, this is an antique. I got this directly from a museum in Dallas, Fort Worth.
Ooh,
And
that's
with
really
shipping, it was a pretty penny. This is one that they used at the Johnson Space Center.
okay. All right. Well, then that's cool, and he'll love it. I mean, so it's better than mine. Okay, it's better than mine. Okay,
It's not
whatever.
better.
Look, I'm handling it. That's good. It's good.
Okay, I'm just trying to say, like,
Where is he? God, isn't he supposed to be here getting the door by now?
this is a surprise bachelor party, okay? It's a surprise.
Just go in,
Sure, let's go in.
right?
Okay.
Look.
Look, here's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Let's put both our names on both the gifts.
Um. If you did that, you could maybe you could get mad at me.
Why? They're both calculators. Why would you get mad?
Okay, you're my best friend, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so just if I tell you something, I just want you to be quiet. All right.
Okay.
This is his calculator. I stole it. This is stolen. I stole it.
What is wrong with you?
What do you mean? What's wrong? It's a good calculator.
You can't re-gift something that you already took from that person that you stole and getting it back to them. That's wrong.
I'm gonna tell him I bought it for him. And I scratched off where he had his initials in it.
What is wrong with you?
What do you mean what's wrong
What
with
is wrong with you? Why can you be so cheap? I spent all this money on this, man. This is a sign of true friendship. What you're doing is just re-gifting something you stole.
it is the thought that fucking counts, okay?
And scene. We got nowhere in that scene. We got nowhere. Right? Because all we did was argue the whole time, right? And just like, and that judgment call. It was a good scene. Not that it wasn't a good scene, okay? Not like it wasn't enjoyable, but we didn't get to like resolution. We didn't move
What was the
beyond
wrong-
our initial things. Right? Like,
What's it to you? That's my line.
that was the line. Like, what, like, the line is that judgment call at the very end of like, well, everything you're doing is wrong. Like, how do you beat that? You can't beat that in any kind of constructive way, right? Maybe the better question is, why do I feel the way I feel? Right? So like maybe I'm not saying that her judgment is necessarily wrong, but more just like in the sense of like she has to ask herself, why is the way he's acting making me feel this certain way? And why is it so important to me? And maybe that's what needs to be communicated instead, right? Because like that's what the scene, when we look at improv and we do longer scenes like these, like we got to ask ourselves those questions. Like, why is it important to have these two people on the same stage, or on the same screen? Why are they in the same room? Why is this important to both of them, right? And when we answer that, that's when the scene can progress moving forward. And I think it's funny, like that judgment call at the very end of like, what's wrong with them? Well, okay, if you're judging everything the entire time, what makes somebody want to play with you?
This is like an ABC after school special.
Isn't it? The more you know.
Now shut the fuck. Shut up.
But yeah, I mean that's where I think from an improv perspective, ask yourself that question. What was the sign off at the bottom of it?
Oh, it was Forever Plaid.
Forever plaid. I think you need to ask yourself, like, if there's so much resistance, why is it so important for you to override that resistance? Why is it so important? Maybe that is a way you get him. I'm assuming it's a him.
Sure,
To
I
change
think it was. I
them,
think
getting them to
Good point.
change their mind, because like now you're communicating not necessarily you want to have power over that person, but you're communicating a want and a need, and that want and need, if they're a good partner, they're going to want to satisfy that want and need as much as possible. And if
Right.
they don't, it probably means your scene with your partner isn't going anywhere.
Right. That's true. Then right.
Dang, that was dope. Yes, I need Angela Hyde, one of our fantastic stage managers, our only stage manager at In Productions, loves to meme some of the stuff I say. I'm going to ask her to consider that as a meme for the next one. I'm going to go ahead and go to a commercial. At this point. I'm
Okay.
just going to talk through it. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you've enjoyed this show so far, you can come back tomorrow to our Facebook, YouTube, and our Twitch page, and you can watch The Grid. It's our weekly short form show. It starts at 7 p.m. Central, where we do some short form improvisational, whose line is it anyway type games. We have a lot of fun. Sometimes Francis is there, sometimes he isn't, but we have fun no matter what, and we enjoy ourselves and hopefully entertain you. And if you do enjoy what we're doing down below, you can go ahead and donate right there in the corner. Go to inproductionsllc.com and click on the donate button in the menu and drop some cash so we can keep these kinds of shows going at this point. Yes, thank you for the visual. Those of you who have just joined us, welcome to Love and Improv. We are taking your relationship questions and we're answering them through the lens of marriage and the lens of improvisation. So if you've got other questions regarding your relationship or relationship with others, please put them in the chat and we will do our best to get to them within the hour. I'm looking at the chat. We've had a few people join, which is great.
Good.
Awesome.
Good.
We did get a thank you from the person who gave us our first question today.
Okay.
And we were paid in friendship.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. I'll get that. I'll get that. I can get that for $1.50. I can get that on the floor of a Speedway.
Speedway. Exactly. How many friends have you met at Speedway?
At Speedway? Besides you.
That's where I find all my talent.
Yes. Hey, you buy that. You know, there's like a whole aisle of Slim Jims and beef jerky, but there's like one headache medicine that's behind the counter. Do you ever have to go in and like basically you have to beg like where's the headache aspirin, and they're like,
Right. Mm-hmm.
It's like going to a head shop.
I've never been to a head shop.
Really?
No. No.
You cannot use the slang words at the head shop.
Oh, the slang. Okay. Well, now I learned something new. Speaking of learning something new, I'm gonna get to my thing here. So here we go. Hold on, let me pull it up. Dear Love Guys, what do you know? My mother has been visiting family members' graves each year for many years. In the past, she's placed cut flowers on the graves, but recently she has begun leaving live potted flowers. Speaking of head shops. What I learned recently is the day after a major holiday, she and her friend return to the cemetery, remove them, and take them home. And when I asked her why, her response was, well, if I don't take them, somebody else will. Am I wrong to think this is odd, or is this now a common practice I am not aware of? Signed, Unusual in the West. What do you think?
I actually, having grown up in a very Italian family, would on every holiday as a child would go to see the graves of past relatives and do that same thing, leaving plants and items for holidays. And while we did not return, I do know that when we would return for every holiday, you know, Easter, Christmas, whatever, they previously left items were gone. I believe that it's not a conspiracy as much as it's the maintenance crew who just picks that stuff up.
Okay.
So I don't have a problem with this at all. It's actually economical sense because if you took the potted plant and took it home with you, you could then just return. Like you basically are shuttling the same plant back and forth, saving hundreds of dollars a year.
Wow, that is a lot of good insight that you just gave me.
Sure.
Let's visit one of these things here. Cool. We're at a cemetery. We're at an Italian cemetery. I guess at this point. Okay.
Yeah, well, it's filled with dead Italian people.
Vincenzo, Vincenzo,
Why are you crying, Papa?
Vincenzo. Your grandpappy is lying here, and I miss him so much.
Okay, can we go home now?
No,
Why not? It's scary here.
What did you bring your grandpappy? What did you bring?
I brought this Hot Wheel car.
Put it on his grave. Put it down. Put it down, Vincenzo.
I
Put it
want
down.
it. I want it.
Put it down. Put it down. Put it down.
I hate you. I hate you.
Well, the dead hates you too, unless you give them gifts. Vincenzo, do you want Grandpappy to come back and haunt you? Is that what you want? Huh? Huh? Do you want to be scared in the night when you pull up on the sheets and then he comes out? Ah!
Why? I'm gonna grow up and kill you, Grandma.
I'm going to die before you.
Okay. Can we go now?
Yes. And scene. And scene. I'm sure that's exactly how.
It was actually kind of close, actually.
Yeah.
It was kind of close because all I could think of when we were there is, can we leave? That was the overriding whole motivation I had when I was an 8-year-old stuck at the grave where everybody was, and you were supposed to, like, you had to kiss everything, so.
Oh, I wish you had told me that before, because I would love to. I would have made you kiss all kinds of things.
Well, let's do that scene.
So I think from the perspective of like from an improv perspective, I think what is offensive, like I have yet to really deal with death in a major way where it's totally like crushed me as a human being, as a person, because I have a hole in my soul, and I'm not human at times.
Most improvisers do.
And so I don't know what, like, I haven't felt the sense of grief that many people do when they lose a loved one, and it just destroys them, and they feel the need that they need to go visit their
Sure.
grave. And to be fair, my father passed away. Like my close family, all my like near relatives, other than on my wife's side, they're all here, but on my side, they're all in 2 different countries. Mm-hmm. So like the chances of me going to Puerto Rico or Brazil is like none right now. And it will be that way for a while. And so like, I don't like, when I've met these people maybe 4 or 5 times in my lifetime. So when I go think about them passing away, it doesn't affect me, and I don't have a place to go mourn them at anyway. Mm-hmm. We weren't really close. So like my immediate family, it's my brother and my mom, really. And right. So like, we'll see what happens there. Hopefully that'll never happen. My mom will live forever. So will my brother. And my dad already passed away. So in 2016, but and his ashes were just were released. They weren't buried anywhere. So it's not like we can go somewhere. So right. Like, I think that like that sense of like, of like you're violating the dead is really offensive for a lot of people. It's not offensive for me, but I can understand why, like, going back to someone's grave to grab something is like you gifted something to them and then you're taking it back. Mm-hmm. And like, so what was the intention in the first place if the material item that you placed there or that you left behind isn't good enough for it to remain there? And
or
so,
why do you do it? Because it's not real. It's not real.
Exactly. Right.
No,
like,
if it's not really going to be something like Uncle Boppy or whatever is going to use.
Right. Exactly.
Grandma.
Yeah. And it's going to get stolen. Yeah. So like, is it more important that the gesture and the gesture is more important, or the physical item? And I would say, again, just based on off my understanding of Italian mourning, recent
I didn't
Italian
rip.
mourning.
I didn't rip my shirt.
No, you didn't. You didn't. Stella. From my understanding, like I think it's more important to keep in mind the gesture. I think in that case for this person, because it's the gift, like in improv. Like sometimes it's not necessarily what the gift ends up being, but it's the fact that you're willing to give the gift and allow your partner to play with that, even though if your partner's deceased, in this case. So,
Wait,
so I need you to play. Grandpappy, why aren't you playing with the gift I gave you?
he doesn't need this Hot Wheel. Right.
But like I think that's what's more important. And I think she's kind of missing the point on that thing of like it's such a gesture and the fact that I went out there and I did what I got to do. But like I think in that case, taking the idea or the initiation is more important than necessarily the end result. So that would be kind of where I would go with it.
Yeah. How about our chatters? Anything from our love chatters?
We've got some new people watching, from what I can tell, but no new items. So if you've got,
I do have another one, and this is a little bit more, a little timely. So
it's a timely one.
yes.
All right. So do you want to give them a shot at putting something into the chat before we hit yours, or do you?
But they need time to put something in the chat.
They have time. They have time because I eventually will have to cut to another commercial here.
Okay. Well, I mean, you're in control.
I am in control. That is true.
So you want to do a commercial now, or do you want to just?
Yeah, I think I do. I think I'll go to commercial and then
okay,
and then we'll come back to your item. So let me cut to.
So I need to duck down here while you're doing this.
No, not at all. You can stay in your non-speedway position because I've got Ron and Lisa Zaney as part of Cheaper Than Marriage Counseling. Yes, they debuted their show last Friday when we were off. They debuted their show, and now they are famous, and they're going to be coming back for a number of shows in December, January, and February. And so you're going to want to check out Cheaper Than Marriage Counseling. They've been married for 40 plus years, and together to each other. Wow. They've been married to each other for that long. And they have a lot of worldly experience. And so they're going to take your suggestion and then improvise a ton of scenes based off what it is that they do in their family gatherings and bar mitzvahs. I don't think they're Jewish. And they're all the stuff that they've experienced as lovers and as friends and as parents, and make some great improv. Fridays in January, February, December. Go to improductionsllc.com. Check it out. It's dope, and they're really cool people. So I stalled long enough here. I do not see anything else in the chat. So let's go with your question. Let's hear your question.
All right. It says, "Dear love guys." That's us.
Yes, that's you, me. Okay.
All right. She gets right to the point. I just broke up with my boyfriend.
Wow. Okay.
She goes, "I don't want to get back together with him. I hate 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 him." She goes, "But what is worrying me is dealing with all my relatives over the holiday. What will I do when they ask me what happened to Mark?" Not his real name.
Okay, thank God. Because we know a lot of Marks.
Yeah, we do.
Both of us. We do. Okay, cool. Wow. I want to see this.
Her name, it's on Facing the Music.
Facing the Music.
Yeah,
Facing the Music. Okay, cool. All right, so let's see this scene. I think I don't have a clear answer, so maybe through a scene we can figure this out. Where are we at? We're at.
I think we're at a restaurant. This is where a lot of breakups happen.
Okay. All right. Excellent. And who are you? Who am I?
I'll be Facing the Music. I'll be her.
Okay. Cool. And I'll be her lover guy.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right. Right. And lights up. Ow. 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 I'm getting the meat sweats.
Mark,
Janine.
I am so tired of you embarrassing me. You said you were going to change. I said you weren't. And you said, wake up!
What?
I said, you said you were going to change.
I did. I got a coat on. I got a tie. What more do you want from me, Janine? God.
You're so embarrassing. People are staring at us. This isn't working anymore, Mark. I'm done. It's over. OVER. No, we're breaking up.
Oh yeah, we're breaking up. What are you gonna say? Your mom and dad, they love me.
You know what? So they love you. I don't understand. I don't even like my parents. Okay? So I don't care. I do care. All right? Okay? But I'm still breaking up with you.
Look,
Because we're done. You disgust me. You are a pig. A P-I-G pig.
I might be a pig, but I'm the best thing that's ever happened to you.
I had a colonoscopy last week. That was the best thing that's ever happened to me this month.
You want a second?
I hate you. Why did you do me? Mark, listen to me. We are over. OVER. Done. You can finish this scene by yourself. This couple is now a single. Good day. I said good day.
She'll be back.
It's Bean.
Wow. I can understand why she really hates Mark.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah.
Who would do that?
Yeah. Yep. So, yeah, I think that, if she has a valid reason to break up with Mark, it doesn't matter. Like, a valid reason meaning something honest and dear to herself. I don't think it matters what anyone else is going to say. It's their thing that they're going to have to live with. And I'm hoping that maybe she can find solace in being truthful to herself, that there's solace in there. And that, like, despite what the haters in her family are going to say about Mark and the fact that she's not with Mark, I think she knows better. She should know better.
Why isn't somebody sleeping with Mark so they don't go out anymore?
That's a good. She didn't say she had any siblings or
a good friend. Yeah, obviously didn't have a good friend.
So we have to assume nobody else is willing to sleep with Mark, just her.
Well, I just mean that maybe Janine just doesn't have that good friend that's willing to sleep with the bad person.
I can only guess as to why. Why? I think the more important thing is, why does everybody think that you need to be with him?
True. That is disturbing. That is disturbing. That is disturbing. That might take many years of counseling and more improv than I'm aware of to figure that out.
Yeah, I don't think we'll ever figure that out. I think she should just take solace, straight up solace in her.
Good choices for her are to maybe pick up guys sleeping at a speedway, going to a convent, or maybe backpacking across backpack across Western Europe.
I like that too.
Those are all really good options.
There could be a pole watcher in Georgia. You can find them there.
Sure.
You can find a cult in Washington D.C. The possibilities are endless.
To improve from that relationship,
right? It's only
you can't really go far. Yeah, you're only going up. You're only going up. Yes.
Yeah. So I'm sorry. What was her name again? It's not
I
Janine.
think it was Janine.
Well, that's what we called her in the scene.
Oh,
What's
yeah.
called?
But I mean, really, all we have is facing the music.
Facing the
Remember,
music.
yeah, we anonymous. That's
Absolutely
we
anonymous.
try to be. We don't give out real names. So what we know, facing the music is the one. That's what we know her by. But you label Janine, and you made that up. We not trying
Right.
to out.
We
We
didn't
don't
out
know her.
anybody.
We
No, we
don't know.
don't. We don't know. So
Could be
yeah.
Janine. Probably
So
is. What do we know?
I'm gonna guess it's facing the music is a musician. I'm just gonna go with my gut feeling on that, and that's why she's facing the music, not necessarily the music from her parents or from her family, but just hearing that music, the drone music in the back of her head when she's got to explain this to everyone. It's like dun 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 dun. Like that's what plays the entire time.
Right.
I'm gonna say, find solace, turn that minor key into a positive key, into a major key,
Yeah, just
and
turn the
just
key.
turn the key, turn the key. That's our answer. That's our answer.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and maybe it's amp music for sex people, sex music for ant people. I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Ask Adam Ant.
Sure,
That's what I say.
sure.
All right, I'm gonna go to our last commercial here.
Okay, sure. Please, I'm gonna
So,
just.
The Hard Times of Northwest Indiana is a brand new show that just got cast. We're going to be telling more information here, but it's a show that takes Northwest Indiana related news, and we get to see the colorful characters and the people who make the news. It goes up in February. You'll see more stuff on there. If you're interested in seeing this show, go to improductionsllc.com to get more details. Well, that's all we have time for today, Francis. This has been one of our more energetic episodes of Love
Oh
and
my
Improv.
God! Yes.
So if you are watching us right now and you would like us to answer your questions on relationships, send them to us. Go to the Facebook page for In Productions LLC down here below. You can go to the Facebook page, or you can DM us directly there, or you can email us at love@inproductionsllc.com. We will take your question and include it in a future show to be answered. Your
And
identity will be hidden. I promise.
right, exactly. And again, just to thank all of our contributors, thank you, Mark and Lori and Ron and Lisa and everybody else that wrote us personal and private information.
Yes, thank you so much. I have been your host, Nelson Velasquez,
Dr. Francis Veltri.
and we've been Love and Improv. Enjoy the rest of your night and your weekend. See ya. Bye.